Using the adaptive cruise control system inside of Mitsubishi vehicles is a very straightforward process. You're going to be using all of the buttons along the right-hand side. There are two different types of cruise control. So there's the adaptive cruise control, and then there's standard cruise control. So to toggle standard cruise control on, if you've got the adaptive, all you're going to do, push and hold the green button here. And when you do that, in a second, yeah, there we go. You can see there. So it's flipped us out into traditional cruise. And you know that it's traditional cruise versus adaptive because you won't have all of these added safety settings there instead. So again, in order to do it, just push and hold. And then you can see there, you flipped into traditional cruise. And you'll notice right inside of the cluster screen, right underneath your current speed, that it's going to let you know that you can set. But honestly, your best bet is using the adaptive cruise control. And the reason why is because if the vehicle recognizes somebody's oncoming, it's automatically going to brake. If they change lanes, pick up speed, it's going to pick you back up to your previously set speed again. It's a very smart system. So you can toggle it on or off this way. There's a distance indicator along the bottom right. So it's how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you. So 3 unique settings. I recommend, honestly, level 1 is going to be great for just residential streets. 1 or 2, like I'm typically 2 on the highway, 1 depending on the flow of traffic, but it's going to be, think of like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi type of a rule. So how close or far are you away from the vehicle in front of you? Once you get to the speed that you'd like, you're going to push down to set, and then you can either increase or decrease 1 kilometer or 1 mile per hour at a time. You can push cancel in order to pause it. You can hit the brake to pause it, and then you can push up to resume. Oh, I just noticed that. When you hit the brake, it actually shows up inside of that cluster screen. Haha, neat. But anyways, yeah, so you can push up and down this way as well in order to increase, decrease, and resume your previously set speed again. And this one's also the EV, so I should say the plug-in hybrid. So you can see a few different options, but I'll explain that one as we go. But this is going to work the exact same way regardless of which version of the Outlander that you're in. So let's go for a little drive here. You'll notice a few other safety systems toggle on as we go as well, but I'll point those out as we come up to them. It's perfect. Heavy flow of traffic. It's going to be great in order to showcase this system. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm currently on a 50 road, so let's go up. So I set it a little bit lower, but I put myself up to 50. Again, distance indicator, so how far or close are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you. Residential street, so you could do 1 or 2, and you see there. So we're now green all the way across the board, and even the charge. So we're slowing down, so the vehicle's capturing charge here. But because it recognizes the lane markings, now with that system, it's going to keep us perfectly balanced in our lane as we go. So very good from that perspective. You can see there along the very top right, it's gone green. You can see there, we've got it set up as well. So your lanes keeping system's turned on, current vehicle speed's turned on. Because we're stopped, you can then push up to resume your previously set speed. It's that simple to do it. You can hit the cancel button to pause it part way, or if you wanted to, you can hit the brake to pause it, push up to resume your previously set speed, and it's recognized the lane markings. It's going to keep me perfectly balanced in the lane. So you do have to keep your hands on the wheel, but it's going to work for you for about 10 to 15 seconds or so, or it's going to tell you that you should put your hands back on the wheel. Yeah, this is great. Love this. Yeah, there we go. Warnings all around. Chaos, Will Robinson. But you can see that the system works great. So it's going to bring you down to a complete stop. It's going to hold that stop position for you for up to 3 seconds before it goes again. If you're stopped longer than 3 seconds, it's automatically, or it's going to prompt you to resume speed yourself. So you can start driving or push up on the resume pad there in order to go. So again, the basics of using it. Toggle the system on or off this way. Once you get to your ideal speed, you're going to push down to set, and then either increase or decrease 1 kilometer or 1 mile per hour at a time. You can cancel, resume, and then a distance indicator for how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you. But again, because this is the hybrid, watch this. So we're slowing down, so you can see there, it's capturing charge as we go. So hold on, watch this. Boom, heavy brake. Lots of charge. So that's ideal. So it's essentially going to use regenerative braking to try to capture that charge and give us the best possible range as we go. And then as you gun it, so you can see there, using up a little bit of the battery, but also like a traditional tachometer there as well. Obviously, if you had the traditional tachometer, that would also show up. Then you've also got another view that you can look at. So if you kind of want this like more futuristic view instead, hold on, watch this. So that's kind of neat as well. And then it works the same like as you heavy brake, you can see along the outside there that we're charging. So it's just a different way to look at it. I personally prefer this mode though, because it's more like a traditional setup instead. So again, toggle the system on or off this way. I'll show you what that looks like in a second as we go. Ooh, All right, and I'm going to set it. You can increase the speed as much as you'd like to as you go. If you hold push up and down, as you can see there, you're actually dropping 5 kilometers or 5 miles per hour at a time. So if you just do like a little button press, it's 1 at a time. But if you do a press and hold, you're jumping up or down 5 at a time instead. So I know that's a little bit of info, but that's how you use the adaptive cruise control system inside of Mitsubishi vehicles.